Multicrack Office Rep Faust is the newest addition to our charged roster, coming out along with the Chapter 6.5 update. With her release, charged teams have become even better, and today I want to tell you just how much value she brings to a team. We'll start with her skills. Faust's first skill is 4OY3 activation. It's a last skill with a base power of 3 and 2 coins with a coin power of 4. And already we can see that Multicrack Faust really differs from other charge identities, as her skill 1 actually consumes more charge than it gains. Activation consumes 5 charge count to gain 2 coin power. The second coin also gives 3 charge count. When all buffs are in effect, this skill can reach 15 power, which ties it with Captain Otis for the most power on a skill 1 for charged teams. Faust's second skill is Charge Countercurrent. It's an envy skill with a base power of 4 and 3 coins with a coin power of 4. And, well, this one has some weird effects. On use, if Faust is at 5 to 9 charge count, she will lose 2 times 10 minus charge count percent of her HP and set charge count to 10. After that, 10 charge count is consumed to grant the skill plus 2 coin power. Then, the third coin of the skill consumes the rest of your charge count and uses it to deal more damage per charge count proportional to charge potency on Faust. As you can see, between the on-use effect and the third coin, the skill is designed to use up all of your charge. This is really unusual for a charge identity, as they mostly use their charge for their third skill. However, between the coin power that raises the total power of the skill to 22 and the damage buff on the last and strongest coin, Charge Countercurrent can dish out serious damage, while outclashing nearly every skill 2 in the game. But no matter how strong that skill is, the strongest skill in Multicrack Faust's arsenal is 4OY3 Charge. Charge is a gloom skill with 4 base power and 4 coins with 3 coin power. It gains 1 coin power per charge potency on Faust up to 4. This means that the power of the skill can go up to 32 with all the buffs. For some unknown reason, the first 2 coins of the skill actually give you charge. In fact, they give you up to a total of 16 charge, which each coin granting 5 plus your charge potency charge count, maxing out at 8. The fourth coin is, once again, the damage coin, this time gaining damage from Faust's charge potency. On hit, this coin also inflicts 1 envy fragility, or 2 if Faust is at 2 charge potency or more. Faust's combat passive, Electric Current Dismantling, is her way of obtaining charge potency, much like Captain Otis. In fact, the first part of the ability is the exact same. Faust gains 1 charge potency after spending 10 charge count in an encounter. Additionally, Faust deals 3% more damage per charge potency up to 15%. That value is increased to 5% per charge potency up to 25% against targets under 50% HP. And for some reason, Project Moon decided that 3 damage isn't enough, so they gave her passive another effect. Whenever Faust kills an enemy, she and 2 teammates gain up to 5 charge count based on her charge potency. Multicrack Faust's support passive is a weaker version of the last part of her combat passive that targets the ally with the least charge. But you really don't have to worry about that, as you really don't want to keep Faust off the field. As we can see, Multicrack Office Rep Faust is another charge-based identity with a lot of damage potential. So, how do you get the most out of her? First of all, you need to not think of her as a Warp Corp identity. You can't mindlessly use her skill 1 in hopes of getting more charge, as you'll only lose charge count if you use it with 5 or more charge. Her main way of gaining charge count is, surprisingly, her skill 3. Whenever you use 4OY3 charge, you gain 10 to 16 charge count, which is more than enough to fire off a skill 2 right after. In fact, with the charge gain and envy fragility infliction of her skill 3, you can clearly see that it's meant to be used as a preparation for her second skill. Ideally, you want to go skill 1 into skill 3 into skill 2. This sequence allows you to do good damage and consume a bunch of charge to increase Faust's potency. I also have to mention that this identity is practically tailor-made for the new event, as her slow setup is not a problem for encounters that keep sending more units at you. And her on-kill part of her passive is best when you have to face a large number of enemies. And, of course, the usage of charge lets her make use of all the new ego gifts brought with the event. As for what teams utilize her best, it's obviously charge teams. You really want to run her alongside Captain Otis, as both Faust's skill 2 and Otis's skill 3 benefit from resonance, while Otis further supports the power of Faust with load. Multicrack Faust can also support Warp Dawn and Roshu, as she inflicts Envy Fragility, which allows their Envy Affinity nukes to deal even more damage. Another quick mention I have to make is that this is the first Faust variant that might really benefit from using Telepole over Fluid Sac. While it's true that Fluid Sac is one of the best egos in the whole game, Telepole's unique charge compatibility makes it a potent tool for Faust to make use of in situations when she's low on charge. Overall, I'd say Multicrack Office Rep Faust is a contender for the spot of the best charge identity in the game. She might suffer from her slow build-up in certain game modes, however, so she might not be a one-size-fits-all solution to all encounters in Limbus company. But the rewards for the events are generous as usual, so you're likely to get her and be able to check out her power for yourself. On that note, I'd like to end this review of Multicrack Faust. She's insanely strong and very unique compared to most other charge identities, and she's definitely a fun ID to use. Thank you so much for watching and subscribe to join the boss here before 1k gang. Goodbye.